this is going to be essentially a video of how I go through our decisions day to day. It's going to be a seven-figure brand in this scenario, but I just wanted to give you like a stripped back version of why I make decisions, why not, and it might be useful for your brand and just how to get the best out of your ads, basically. So if you've never watched any of my videos before, I'm Will Jago, the founder of Nurturely. We've had over 230 different clients in 5 years, in over 25 different countries, 56 niches, which range from 10K per month to multi-eight figures, basically. And they're doing around about 96.6 million per year as well. So I'm first of all going to show you like what we do to plan. So what I do in the kind of like the morning is that we ensure there aren't any errors on setup. I want to be able to understand like the campaigns that didn't get turned on. This should be turned on, turn on. And the campaigns that are blowing the budget, basically. So we check the account daily. We just see some anomalies. This is basically just to see if there's any errors. But the first thing that I need to kind of suggest and give you some good insight into is like you don't react. If you kind of have a hypothesis of why you want to be running ads, that's what you should be sticking to. You don't want to be knee-jerk reactions all the time. And the first thing what we're going to do, we're going to see yesterday's spend and we're just going to go through it. So this is a brand that we've worked with since the 24th of February. It's the 3rd of June today. We've made over 1.4 million in turnover, in sales for them. And it's 99% from their online store, basically. So you might be, if you've already seen my ads, I'm a huge advocate of basically of bid caps, but we do a lot of different optimizations. The client loves to do Instagram posts and traffic and things like that, which is absolutely fine. They have their reasons. So I'm Will Jago. I've got WJ here, AOS as well. These are kind of like the focus that I'm going to be on in this ad. So I'm going to look at the WJ ones to begin with. This is what it looks like for in-depth analysis of daily actions. It's not as linear. It's not going to be edited. I want to kind of show you the in process. So these are the two main campaigns that we've spent and we've created in the last 3 months. So we spend around about $300 daily with this ad account. It's spent around about 26K on this campaign. We're getting $4 per purchase. So I want to kind of see the first thing I'll do in the morning is look at what it spent yesterday, just to see if kind of the big caps are spending well. So if you're not sure about big caps are essentially a way for us to tell Facebook to only spend at a certain profitable level. So for example, this is $85. I'm telling Facebook, if you can't find a sale, cost per sale, below $85 or on $85, just don't bother spending. So this is why spend is massively the variable. Sorry, performance is massively the variable and not spend. So first thing I do is I check it's spent $300. My input is to say $300. Spent just a bit over that, which is fine. We're getting $5 per purchase. Another thing as well is we've got another different product. This is like an online course. So I've got it to spend at $700 and it's only spending $77. So we need to kind of understand why that is. So as I said before, we check yesterday's spend. We see what's working out, what not. And then we go to the last 7 day spend. So I just need to understand like what's working, what's not. And yeah, we can see here we're getting a 2x ROAS on our total mobility. And then the CBO campaign is generating 921. So I need to understand like the figures a little bit more. So I'll go into the here and see what's working and what's not working. So the last 7 days we've got 415 purchases. So 200 purchases are coming from this. So you can see 164 purchases in the last 7 days have came from this audience, this creative rather. Very, very simple ad creative. So what I need to do is I need to kind of focus on like what we aim to learn the previous week. So for this example, I ran a lot of different images with the mobility course, free access with an upsell. So I need to kind of make a note of what we were doing last week, and then I need to make a note of what we're doing the following weeks. So you can see here, like 9.51, really, really good ROAS. So I'll just be making like some, I'll basically be making a Google sheet of what's working, so we can kind of give it an understanding of like, it's very, very basic if we're not tracking this. So everything that you need to do is trackable, basically. So I've got some examples here, but I'm just gonna take them off. So we'll input the best performing ads. We'll explain what winning creative type it is. We'll link it. We'll just see if it's dynamic creative. We'll add the ad copy, the headline, etc., etc. So you want to do this for all of your winning ads. I like to give it like a 90-day time period, but I'm just making decisions on the last week, basically. So that's the first campaign I wanted to look at. Second campaign is essentially this one, which is a little bit higher price point. So that's why the ROAS might have been a little bit down. Check the last 14 days. So this is an online course, so we're just a little bit profitable, but we need to kind of increase that essentially. So what I'll be doing here is, as we can see here, the bids are a little bit unprofitable right now for the last 30 days. So I'm going to basically tell Facebook, you're spending too much. I want you to make the ad spend more efficient. So we're going to lower this bid because it's giving us like 1x ROAS in the last 7 days and a little bit less from there. So this is an ad set. No, this is a CBO, sorry. So I'm going to go to all of the ads, and I'm wanting to make it a little bit more efficient. I'm basically trying to get lower spend for better results. So I'm going to reduce that bid by 75. So that'll basically tell Facebook to only spend if it can get a sale at 75. And it's an incremental difference, but it'll increase the ROAS basically. So we've got two problems with this campaign. This campaign is not profitable in the last, so in historically it's 1.92, it's profitable, but it's not profitable in the last 30 days, this whole campaign. And it's not spending. So this is two bad situations. So I need to get that spend up, because for I need to kind of get volume and sales really. So what I need to do is I need to kind of also increase my creative volume, but also like decrease the efficiency, decrease the bid for efficiency. So I'm going to be basically looking at the best performers in the last 30 days, and I'm going to be making more variations of it basically. So how I do it is I look at the spend, lifetime spend on the campaign, lifetime spend on the ad. spent more than $100. It's got a good amount on this specific ad. And I'm going to make some variations of the winners, basically. So I already did some analysis before. Thumbnail 1's working super well. 672. 8.72 ROAS. And how am I going to do it is I'm going to look at the proponents. I'm going to put it into the winning creative spreadsheet. And I'm going to make some small tweaks of the text, small tweaks of the headline, the copy, just so we can keep running this campaign and get more spend and better ROAS. So all we need to do is we need to make patterns of the best performers. So this is a 10-week online program. Maybe we can make some text overlay. We can change that. We can change the headline, change the copy. And what I'll do is I'll basically make a campaign, an ad set that goes in here. And it gives us a better amount of spend. So you see here, last 7 days, spent around about $865. However, I'm wanting the KPI for this ad account is to spend $700 per day with this account alone, basically. So there's other things that I've created recently. There's dynamic product ads. I think I've got a separate video on this, but it's propping up the account performance for top of funnel well. You can see here we're getting 6x return on ad spend in the last 7 days, 21 purchases. See the 30-day period. It's generated 6K. I mean, it's not life-changing, but it's a good amount to prop up. I've just changed from 80 to 100 today. Because whilst we're getting like 1x ROAS on our top of funnel ads, this is increasing the blended ROAS. The client account loves Instagram posts and traffic, whilst I'm not a huge advocate of traffic as well, but they're seeing some good back-end statistics for like other things that prop up that aren't just to do with conversions, basically. And we have like a really, really good social engagers ad that's historically got some really, really good figures. 4.62 ROAS. It's got 10.24. And essentially what it is a 25% off for people that have engaged with the Facebook, the Instagram page, everything in between. And we've excluded purchases, Klaviyo, email, and all purchases basically. It's in the tier 1 countries. And yeah, it's basically just consistently performing. And basically there's a little bit of creative fatigue, so we're gonna keep switching that over. So that's the kind of like the thing that you need to do. So always have a previous hypothesis in mind. What a hypothesis is basically just focusing on why you're doing things, why you're doing a test as a creative, why you're doing a scaling campaign. You need to know like what you're trying to figure out, and you need to have like measurable outcomes. And the next thing that you do is you make a new hypothesis. I like to do my tests on Monday and Thursday. Maybe that changes for you, but I like to do 2 different batches of tests, Monday and Thursdays. It could be a creative test on the Monday, and then more audience-based tests on the nearer to the weekend. So yeah, that's a little bit of a snapshot on my daily thinking for ads. If you need anything or you're wanting to know a little bit more about my process, please like and subscribe because you'll see more content on this. But if it's been valuable, please let me know. If you need to hear anything else on my daily routine, yeah, it'll be good to hear in the comments. Thank you.